Joining us now is Dr. Zamiti from Zamiti Orthodontics, and we want to thank them for being our featured business today, and thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. So you just opened your office not too long ago, correct?
I did. We have our latest location on the border of Concord and Huntersville. We opened in December of '09, but I started originally in 1998 in Boston. When I graduated, I purchased an existing practice and quickly grew that practice to 3 locations in the Boston area, 25 staff members, and a partner, and the latest and greatest practice now is here in Concord.
So what brought you to North Carolina?
Basically just to get out of the snow and the,
Oh, yes.
and the ice and different lifestyle. We found a really nice location at the Point in Mooresville.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we drove there. I feel like I'm living on vacation there, and I have 3 kids, and my middle daughter said, "Dad, when can we move, and why haven't we lived here our whole life?" So that kind of sold me, made it happen within about a year and a half, and here we are.
That's like a lot of people.
Yeah.
We moved
Snowbirds,
from
I guess,
Boston,
yeah.
too.
Yeah, we're from up north as well, so we can relate. Now, I have 2 kids who are in braces. For parents, when should they start thinking about whether or not their children need any kind of orthodontic work, and at what age do they first need to be examined?
Yeah, there's a really huge discrepancy in this, but the American Association of Orthodontists, as well as the philosophy of our practice, is to start screening kids by age 7.
Yeah,
So age 7 is important because the 6-year molars have fully erupted by then, and we can get a really good idea as to where the malocclusion is heading. Is it going into a class 2, which is where the lower jaw is too far behind the upper? Is it going to a class 3 where the lower jaw is ahead of the lower? Or is it class 1 and nothing needs to be done at all? So it's very important to start seeing kids early, because between the ages of 7 and 10, we can enhance jaw growth, prevent tooth extractions. It's not just about teeth anymore. We're looking at soft tissue. We have to look at the skeleton. You look at the teeth and formulate the best plan by putting the 3 things together. The dentists are really great in this area.
Okay.
They're really good at referring, and so the dentist can refer. If you notice a problem that your child might have yourself, it's okay to call us directly. But we do work closely with the general dentist. I won't treat a patient unless they have a general dentist, and we can work together. It is a team effort.
Okay.
But you know, some of the signs of a malocclusion or a bad bite are, for instance, open bite if the upper teeth don't overlap the lower, excessive crowding or excessive spacing. If a child has any oral habits like thumb sucking, mouth breathing, these are all signs that your child might need braces.
And there's also something to making sure that whatever the plan is and understand how the teeth are growing, that you're watching that as the child approaches puberty, right? Because that's when they have their kind of growth spurt, and
Exactly,
you can kind of
yeah.
work with the growth as if you're treating the...
If you wait too late of an age, it can't be accomplished, and a lot of times they'll have to do either a surgery or extract. And that affects the face. So we're not, like I said before, we're not looking just at the teeth anymore. Soft tissue is very important, how the upper lip relates to the lower, and the chin, and the nose, and the forehead. All these things can be changed by orthodontics.
So how has orthodontistry changed over the years? Because going back, what, 30-something years ago? When I had braces, it was, you had a metal mouth. I mean, it was all around, and I had it on for 3 years. So what has...
Yeah, mostly in materials.
Okay.
You know, so you said you had the bands that went around all the teeth. We don't do that anymore. We have really good bonding materials now. We just put the brackets on just like a sticker, shine a light on them, and they stick. So the materials have changed quite a bit. The pendulum has swung from extracting lots of teeth to not extracting teeth. You know, also Invisalign, clear removable aligners that are used nowadays.
Is it on the inside or the outside?
It's on the outside. It's like a clear covering that goes over the teeth. They're undetectable. You can remove them, which is great for hygiene. And
My older daughter just got her braces off and got her retainers, and her top retainer is like a clear plastic thing. It doesn't look like those old metal ones.
It's very similar to that, upper and lower.
And the other thing is now the kids, like I know my daughters, they had the rubber bands on their braces. They could change the colors and stuff, so they actually make them kind of cool, you know.
Colors are important.
Like the silly bands now, is that like part of it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
it is. The kids really care about
There you
that.
go.
colors
You need
are-
a silly band, rubber band.
Their colors are crucial. You know, they mix and match, and they, you know, during Halloween they'll get black and orange, or you know, whatever
cool.
color, even glow in the dark.
Now, has the time frame reduced as well as how long you need them on? Like, is it a faster process, or?
It is, yeah. When with the advent of new materials and also temporary anchorage devices. We use little mini implants to move teeth more efficiently. This CAD/CAM technology that we use, robots bending wires for us to speed up the treatment a little bit. And it's not that the teeth are moving quicker, it's just a little more efficient. So in the past, you'd have to put a bend here and then wait for that to work, and put a bend over there and next appointment and wait for that to work. Nowadays, it's, you know, with this CAD/CAM technology, we can pretty much do all of that all at once, and everything's moving at one time, and it speeds the treatment up.
So the steps now would be to get that initial consultation, and then what's the process after that? Is it a long process? Or?
Not at all. We provide a complimentary consultation,
Okay.
which includes an X-ray, a panoramic X-ray that shows where all the teeth are and the health of the joints. Also, a cephalometric X-ray, which evaluates the upper jaw, the lower jaw. And then we also take photos and a comprehensive exam. We'll send out a letter to the dentist and a letter to the parent or the patient if the patient's an adult, and all that's complimentary. Doesn't cost anything to have that done, so the process is just call our phone number or go through our website, which is charlottebraces.com. Pretty easy to remember.
Okay, very good.
And then we'll also have all the information on lpnsavings.com, as well as a great special that you have running till the end of June for $500 off Invisalign, which is great.
Yep, up until June, $500 off Invisalign. So, thank you so much for joining us and for being our
Thanks for
featured
having me.
business.
Appreciate it.
On the Mecklenburg and Cabarrus County line, serving Charlotte, North Carolina, along with surrounding areas of Concord, Cornelius, Davidson, Huntersville, and Kannapolis, Dr. Sal Zamiti is your orthodontic specialist, offering Sure Smile, Invisalign, and invisible braces for children, teens, and adults. With a Patients Reward program that provides incentives for patients to take care of their braces, Invisalign, or teeth, and a state-of-the-art office with video game room and PlayStations installed in every patient chair, Dr. Sal Zamiti is your place for orthodontics for children and adults. Don't forget to contact for a $500 discount on Invisalign.